And I love that we are putting that online. So for people who can't actually go to the auction, they can still participate. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Thanks, Kevin. Let's take a look at our conditions right now. We've got this afternoon sitting at 0. Yes, a little bit chilly. This is the cold air that's in place until next week. But you may have seen some of that snow out there. Now today, it's possible. Now keep in mind that the ice is melting on Lake Ontario, so there's some open water. We've got just the right ingredients to get some lake effect with that northerly wind. And down into the Niagara area, wouldn't be surprised to see maybe 2 to 5 centimeters of snow. And even in Toronto, some flurries expected. Actually Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal all calling for flurries today, but likely less than a centimeter or 2 with that. Trough comes through. We see clearing. Today is not so much in the way of clear conditions. Tomorrow will be, though. Brighter and colder temperatures for a time, and then the temperatures rebound once we get into next week. We're back to seasonal. All right, thanks so much for that, Deb. And Lake Erie today, we do have the potential of seeing some snowfall only because of the open water in Lake Ontario and some snow, some lake effect that could be coming down in that direction. So it's not actually originating from open water in Lake Erie because most of it's still frozen over, but we're starting to see more open water on Lake Ontario. And as such, with that northerly flow, 2 to 5 centimeters of snow expected down into the Niagara area and along the shoreline here of Lake Erie. So it's just something to be mindful of. In Toronto and Hamilton, it's possible we could see a bit of snow as well. And you want to stay warm, right? Well, Michelle Mackey is doing just that. Indeed, I can say that with certainty. Thank you so much, Michelle. I like to shop a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at our trough that's coming through. All the ladies out there saying yes. We have high pressure in place. If you're heading out shopping, you're going to be doing it with sunny skies and clear conditions. Today is cloudy, and we have, again, the flurry potential. Now, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, we would not expect to see more than, say, a centimeter of snow, but we've got a spell of some cold air upon us for now. But the temperatures are rising. What impact does it have on our 7-day? We've got some cool air. See, here's the rebound. But then we get into Tuesday, there may be some mixing, and then back up to 9 degrees by next Thursday in Toronto. Hamilton following suit. Tomorrow's high, though, is still at -1. Taking a look at our conditions from coast to coast, just to get you set up with the current systems. We've got one moving through Atlantic Canada here, bringing possibly some snowfall with it. And then back into the west, we've got our clipper system here. In fact, a series of clippers that are likely to move through. What's happening for us, though, is we just have this little trough that's hanging in to the north. It keeps our temperatures cool through the evening at -3. And also with that northerly flow, there's the potential for some lake effect down into the Niagara area, looking at 2 to 5 centimeters of snow possible. So with that, some winter weather hanging on. Let's turn it over to Kevin Yard, though. He's inside at the Green Living Show. And beautiful styling, too, right? Like that matte black. It just looks kind of sleek. Really cool. The Green Living Show continues. Let's take a look at our today's forecast. Actually, we have flurries in place. Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, and Montreal all stand the risk of picking up some flurries. Certainly overcast conditions persist today until tomorrow. That's when high pressure really takes hold and starts to clear us out significantly. So a bright sunny day expected tomorrow, albeit colder than we've been seeing. But the temperatures will rebound as the forecast. Well, it is a little bit chilly right now and will remain that way tomorrow, but then the rebound begins after that. So the forecast this afternoon is sitting at 0. We have the potential of still some flurries across southern Ontario, including Ottawa and Montreal, and then back into the Niagara area with some lake effect. Keep in mind the ice is melting now rapidly on Lake Ontario. May see some snow in the Niagara area. 2 to 5 centimeters is quite possible. Let's turn it over, though, outside at the Toronto Premium Outlets with Michelle Mackey. And we like to get deals. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. It's a really nice mall. Okay, let's take a look at what's happening across southern Ontario. Cloud cover, that is persistent today. Tomorrow is far brighter, though. Getting rid of that potential for showers, high pressure builds in, stabilizes the air, and we're looking at bright sunny skies. Yes, still a little bit chilly on Saturday, but Sunday we'll start to feel the rebound of those temperatures as the high pressure moves away from us and we get the return flow in addition to a low to the north. It helps to draw in more warm air from the U.S. So when we look at our forecast through Tuesday, off goes that low. Another one skirts by the south. We've got some snow in the forecast. It's because we have northerly winds that are setting up across Lake Ontario. That we've seen a lot of ice melting here. Lake Ontario right now is only about 24% covered in ice, and we've got a lot of open water and just the right profile in the atmosphere to get some snowfall down into the Niagara area 2 to 5 centimeters of snow quite possible as that northerly flow continues. We've got chilly air expected today and tomorrow, although much, much brighter tomorrow as high pressure builds in. Now we look ahead to Sunday, and that's when we see the increased cloud cover coming because there's a clipper moving in from the west. So we'll see the evening clipper coming through. It is becoming a little windier for Toronto, for the GTA, where we see that shower coming through and possibly mixing in with some wet flurries as the temperatures remain cold. It really has more to do with timing than anything. Another clipper on the way for Tuesday. So the temperatures will be rising, though. We've got a little bit of a cold spell upon us right now.